This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
Okay, sir, what are you working on?
I'm working on a Kawneer 1686.
Okay.
And I'm working on the lever set.
The lever trim on the outside?
That's correct.
Okay.
And when I opened this thing up a while ago, I don't know if I caused it to fall out or if it was already gone. But at any rate, I'm missing that little ball bearing that sits on that spring that holds the locking mechanism in place.
Yeah, I remember that. I've taken that thing apart, and I know what you're talking about.
Is there any replacement parts for that?
Yeah, industrial
Aside from
hardware
that?
supply. You know, Kawneer doesn't make ball bearings, so if you got one that you can measure with a caliper?
I don't. I'd have to remove one.
Yeah, so I would remove one, measure it, order it from your McMaster car or Granger, whoever you like, and you're done. Kawneer is not going to have that available for sale.
Okay.
Yeah, the reason I say that is because that 1686, someone makes that for them.
Oh, do they?
You know, oh yeah. Kawneer doesn't make the hardware that goes on their doors themselves. The great people, the people there are phenomenal. They always respond, but the subcomponents are most pieces in a 1686 you actually can't order from them because they don't sell it.
I'll be darned.
Now, if you got a problem measuring that ball bearing, I will take one apart and measure it for you and let you know. The problem is, well, we're locksmiths, right? So that means we're lazy, meaning we'll always choose the path of least resistance. But however,
Exactly.
I don't know if I have one here, and I'm leaving for vacation next week, so I may not get you the answer soon enough because I'd have to bring one in.
Okay. Well, the good part is I've got 10 of these things that I've got to service here probably in the next week or two. So
yeah.
I'll just have to move on to the next one and take that thing out and measure it with a pair of calipers, like you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of parts in the 1686, fasteners, some other stuff. I just measure it and then I order it from my industrial hardware supply store. I don't even, can I get the screws that hold the end bracket on? Yes, you can, because I know what those are. I can buy those. If they don't want to go to Ace Hardware, I'll go to Ace Hardware.
Okay, I got you.
Yes, sir.
Because I had stripped a couple of those too, so I was looking for those as well. They carry them at Ace? Well,
it's a common thread. I forget, actually. You should send me an email, and I'll just communicate back to you and let you know what it is. I've got them. It's just you're going to pay through the nose to get your hands on them. It's a quarter 20 or something extremely garden variety.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. Yeah. At any rate, so do you sell the whole lever handle as a unit?
The entire exterior escutcheon operator? Yes, of course.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And those run, because what I'm thinking is if I buy one of those things, I could use it for spare parts.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's an awful expensive way to go, but it would work.
Yeah, $350, something in that range for one of the exterior, in a dash 40 or a dark bronze finish.
Right,
the answer is
exactly.
Yes. So.
Okay. Because there's another piece in there that, to me, it looks bent. And it's just from use, but I'm not sure if it's supposed to be bent. So I'd really like to see one, but I'll have to move on to the next one that I've been working on in order to see what the other one looks like. Okay.
Yeah, I know I did a really long video one time on someone who wanted to turn it from a classroom into a storeroom or vice versa. cylinder, modifying the cam, and I know that on camera I really took that thing apart. So you might find something on YouTube that I did on that, but you know, at the end of the day, I think you've got to go to the next one. And if you've got a big problem, then buy that really expensive item you're going to cannibalize.
Right. Okay. Because I'm thinking that one, you're not going to have serviceable parts at your store to send out for that particular lever set, correct?
Not at all. They
Okay.
don't. There is no parts list for that.
Okay. So in order to replace a single part, I would have to order the whole thing and just cannibalize it, right?
Absolutely. It's not like TVs from 40 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I will move on to the next one, see what I need, and we'll go from there.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it.
Okay. My curiosity got the better of me, so let's look at this lever trim and see what we can come up with for this client. If he sends me an email, I'll let him know. I haven't taken one of these apart in a year or so, so I don't exactly recall where the ball bearing is. Yeah. I think it's right there is what he's referring to. So let's get curious about this and take a look. .532 Allen wrench for that. Okay. I don't know how much of this I have to take apart. Looks like more than I want to. Yeah, there's stuff happening underneath there. Okay. Not a big deal. Oh. If you do something like this and you're not really sure that you're going to be able to put it back together right away, I suggest you take a picture right now. .158. So basically 5/32. Yeah. Yeah, 158. All right, let's put this back together. Okay. And the good news is there are no parts left over that I can see. I did a job one time for a customer in Spain, and they had 24 German manufactured exterior residential locks that were capacitive touchscreen and a key override. It had what we would kind of call sidewinder keys, and if you're a locksmith, you'll know that term. Flat key blade with snake tracks in it, and they wanted to do typical level 2 master keying to it. And I took this one lock apart, and it was piece coming out, spring coming out, a torsion spring that I had to bend back together.
got it all taken apart, figured out, okay, now I got the cylinder out. Then it was a whole thing about modifying the cylinder, filing it the length of the Bible on top of the cylinder. Bible's a technical term in the locksmithing industry. Putting it all back together to realize, oh, I had a part left over. Anyway, this is all good. It's all tight. We know that the bearing size is 0.158, and if the client were to call, I will let him know that that's the case. Thank you very much.
If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it.
Hi, it's Rich, Architectural Builders. We spoke about the Kawneer trim. Just leaving you a message that I took one apart, and the diameter of that ball bearing measures 0.158 inch. 0.158. So basically 5/32 of an inch. So 0.158. There you go. Thanks.
Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.